Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here and welcome to episode 1 of this Spurs Master League on PES 2021 update. I'm going to get used to saying that. If you have come back from the Spurs series we did last year, well it wasn't last year, it was only a few days ago, I decided the new release came out. I know it's only a season update, but we weren't that far into the save, so why not crack on the new game? Now I've added all the data packs over the last couple of days and we have set everything up. Now the transfers are not done in PES yet. I don't think they'll be done until probably the window shuts. I have no idea when the live update will go up. So what I have done is I've just put the players in at Spurs. I've also added two players that I'm pretty heavily led to believe that these two players will be at Spurs this season. So we've put in Reguilon and we've also put in Gareth Bale, him returning to Spurs. I did make one mistake, however, though. I did forget to put in Joe Hart. Now, I wouldn't have used Joe Hart, but I do apologise for all the Joe Hart fans out there that I did forget to put Joe Hart in. Let's take a quick look at the team and how it's looking this season. This is going to be the game plan. We go with Bale on the right. I'm going to play Lucas Moura in behind. I believe Dele Alli's had like a ratings drop this season, which is fine, fair enough. He's not been great, has he? So we're going to have Harry Kane up top with Lucas Moura playing off him. Son a little bit deeper on the left for the counter-attacks. Reguilon on left back, Doherty at right back. Now, what you've got to remember is I did make the transfers for Spurs, but I didn't go through and do all the transfers for every other team. So they will be the same squads as last season, although they'll be improved over time. We also have Højbjerg, but I don't really have any interest in using Højbjerg in any way, shape or form. I'm still thinking we're going to make the same transfer we did last time, though. In the last Spurs save, I signed Bodu, so I'm going to bring him in. Although we won't sign Mounier because in real life, he left, didn't he? So we're not going to bring him in. But I'm pretty happy with the squad, and I just think it made sense for us to do it on this updated database. Also, things to note that I think Bergwijn's had an improvement. And Lamella's actually gone down in rating, and so has Eric Dyer. Tanganga has gone up in rating, which is fantastic to see. So we will use a bit more of Tanganga this year. Vertonghen is already at the club, so I'm going to look to sell him. I can't remember if Spurs let anybody else go of note, but I know Vertonghen was a big one. And what I'll do is I'll just accept any offer that comes Vertonghen's way. So we'll put him on the list now. Right, so I've added Vertonghen. I've also added Eric Lamella. He's a player we're not going to use. I'm not the world's biggest fan of him. I was back in the day, but not so much now. So we've added those two to the list, and we'll see if any other offers come in for any other players, but I'm quite happy with the squad. I'm not looking to really make any changes. That kit does look very nice. I'm not looking to make too many changes. I think we might bring in Bodu and that be it, and then what I'll do is I'll let you guys give me any feedback for changes to make in the future. I don't want to change the squad too much, especially not in this first window. So I was just checking in, it looks like it's the same situation as last time round, the release fee problem on this game. I wish some of the bugs had been fixed. So the release fee issue is that he just won't accept a higher release fee, but we're going to actually pay more for him than what his release fee will be, which is just a little bit crazy, although I haven't had any issues with that yet while playing the game where I've lost a player through that. But if I do, you can guarantee I'll be slightly angry. So unfortunately, the negotiations broke down, so we're going to have to go back in. The negotiations are broken down. Our offer was rejected due to the player having too important a role at his club, so they're going to want us to chuck a little bit more money at him. I imagine that's the case. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to go in and pay his release clause. I'm going to give him some bonuses as well. Surely he will accept that. But his release clause is like 19 million for them, so we're just going to pay the release clause for him. I think we paid like 22 million for him last time, so this is actually a decent deal. Right, so we are going to manage to actually get the Bodu deal done. Done and dusted. He's going to join the club. He's going to play behind. Now, we do have a lot of money left in this window, but I'm not going to spend it. There is one player I'm tempted to potentially spend it on, and that is bringing Skriniar from Inter Milan, who apparently has been rumoured and linked quite a bit with Spurs this year, and in current years, I think, since falling out with Conte at Inter Milan. So maybe that's potentially a centre-back we could bring in, but I don't think I'm going to bring him in this episode. I don't want to rush it. I also wouldn't mind a little bit of feedback, although I probably am going to play on through this save a little bit. Maybe he's someone we look at in January. I'm not overly disappointed with the centre-back choices we've got at the moment because we still have Foy for the club. We've got Tanganga, we've got Davinson Sanchez and Alderweireld. I think we've got an okay back line for now. So here we go, the usual flashy cutscene. There he is, Badu. The shirt there on the mannequin. All great stuff. He's going to sit down, sign his contract. We're going to, show him off to the Spurs fans. I hope they're excited to see what he could do at the club. If he's anything like he was on last year's game, I'm very excited to see how he does. He does have the same face, and the smiling animation is a little bit creepy and also extremely scary. So I wouldn't usually want to do this and sell him to Everton, but I just said I'd accept the first offer we get, and for whatever fee we get, it looks like Jan Vertonghen is leaving the club and he's going to Everton. So we will see him again this season. So this is who my scouts have been out looking at, and they've got Atal, who I do actually rate the right back, but we signed Doherty, so I don't think we need him. But I do like the look of Pellegrini, the Roma lad. He's very good, 24 years of age. Whole player, just not sure that's a great term to have, but yeah, 83 rated overall. As someone who I wouldn't mind actually having at the club, very young as well, so maybe leave some opinions on that. Again, most of the players we probably go for now will be in January. Right, guys, so it's going to be time for the first game of the season coming up. We're going to be up against Man City. We couldn't have asked for a harder start. Then West Ham and my beloved Leeds. I'm not looking forward to play the Leeds game, but we will just do 2 games in this episode. I don't know how long it's going to be, but usually when we've got a transfer window, I'll only do a couple of games and we'll see how we get on. I'm loving the images though in the news office. I'm liking them. We might actually look through a few of the transfers as well at the end of the episode that have been going on. Look there, Gareth Bale to be transferred. No, of course not. He's just joined Spurs back again. If you are a Spurs fan, are you excited about the prospect of Gareth Bale joining you? Now, I know the deal's not done and it's probably going to be a loan, but I couldn't organise a loan in this. And also, it does look now from what I'm reading that it is near enough. People are saying it's near enough nailed on, and that's why I made the transfer. I'd have been devastated at the time of this releasing if I hadn't transferred him over and then he moved and we didn't have the cash to actually sign him. Right, guys, so here we go. Here we have it. First game of the season. Look at those kits, man. They look decent. I'm going to stick with the usual routine of not having camera on while we play the matches. Let me know if you guys would like to see that changed. We've got a very strong lineup for today's game against Man City, but I'm not sure if this new look Spurs side will be able to get the job done today against Man City. They've got a very strong side. Sergio Aguero leading them out there. I must admit, this game in patches is extremely pleasing on the eyes. So this will be the Spurs lineup for today. That is not the formation we're playing, but Gareth Bale does start his first game back at the club. So there's Reguilon. As expected, Doherty comes in for his first game as well. The Man City lineup is looking pretty tasty as well, though. Aguero up there, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. David Silva obviously still at Man City. As you guys know, I've said this. I'll probably have to say this a few times just out of my own personal preference. We do not have the updated teams. They're not in this game at this stage. Let's just enjoy Master League for what it is and football for what it is. There he is, Gareth Bale, ready for this game. A big game as well for him to maybe make a statement against Manchester City. So here we go. First game of the season here against Man City, and my first, well, only my second game on PES 2021. The first game I played as Borussia Dortmund against, I think it was Bayern Munich, and I got on fairly well, scoring 2 goals with Julian Brandt. So let's see how I do. I'm going to play the Shadow Striker today, see how he gets on, and I'm going to set in Gareth Bale instantly. He's going to be greedy. I was greedy. I must admit, I do apologise there, Harry Kane. We're going to have to figure that out. I should have definitely played that across, though. I was greedy, but a great opportunity here, early doors. And I'm loving the look of the game. I'm loving the new kits. I do like so much about this game. I do. Oh, wow, they've scored. And maybe it's a howler there from Hugo Lloris. And just as quick as we could have got a goal there with Gareth Bale, Sergio Aguero was going to put it in the back of the net for Man City. That is not good news, is it? His model looks fantastic in this game, I'm not going to lie. And it's, well, was it on the counter-attack? A little bit on the counter-attack. But they split us wide open there, and, oh, it's got to be the keeper's fault, hasn't it? Hugo Lloris there has had an absolute nightmare with this. He really has. How does he not save this? How? He's put it in the back of his own net. He needs to pick himself up after that one. I'm finding Raheem Sterling to be a little bit of a nightmare so far. He's causing me all kinds of issues down this wing. He's the man that got the ball in for Aguero, but now we will win it back, and I need to break quickly, and I will break with Gareth Bale, but I don't have the legs, and we will win the ball back from a throw-in. But yeah, Sterling causing way too many issues for me right now. Oh, we're going to move this down the wing here. What can I do with it? Reguilon's first rail touches of the ball. I'm going to pull it back. I don't know what option I've got here. I'm going to lay it on to Son. Ooh, decent shot. stung in the hands of, I believe, Edison, and we actually end up with the ball back, and I just run it out. I just wasn't paying enough attention there. I run it out there with Doherty. I'm not sure about Doherty's character model, though. I'll be honest with that. But yeah, we're looking okay. It's just a shame that we had that Hugo Lloris mistake there. What a pass that was. That Hugo Lloris mistake that caused us to concede. And now we're always going to be under the cosh against a team like Man City. Oh, Aguero is in again here, and that will be 2-0 Manchester City. And Spurs on the opening day here are being ripped apart by Sergio Aguero. I thought for a brief moment that he was offside. It appears not, which is very saddening to me. But yeah, 2-0 Man City in not many moments. We give the ball away here very sloppily. I was trying to move it to the wing, and wow, what a pass. He was definitely on. Lloris got nowhere near it. It's been a very rough opening game for us so far, but I will get the ball there with Son, and Harry Kane will get on the inside, and he can't finish it. And we've had a couple of good chances now, a couple of good opportunities, just can't find the back of the net. And yeah, it's been real rough here for us in these early stages to find something and make something stick. And I haven't managed to figure that out yet. I'm going to whip this in with Doherty, and Lucas Moura is arriving, but he's not going to get to it, is he? And that is a shame. Can we just nick the ball back here, though? They're in a difficult position, but they will end up moving the ball out from behind. And now they're on the attack. But yeah, it's been a very difficult game so far, I'm not going to lie. Man City have felt like I'm playing against Man City. Every time they come forward, I panic. Ball there from Gareth Bale. We've got Reguilon in behind now. I needed Son to keep the run going. He has managed to get inside. I see Lucas Moura. Oh, he's put it wide. We've created so many opportunities in this half. It's devastating that we haven't at least got back into this yet. This is good play from Son and Reguilon, and then a beautiful ball in the first place, to be fair, from Gareth Bale. Lucas Moura maybe should do a little bit better there with that, though. Kane. Bale. Is it going to be 1-0? Gareth Bale's first goal back at the club. That was beautiful play. Really, really good football from us there, to be honest with you. Really good football. Superb stuff. And we do make it 2-1 now. Are we back in this game? I could see us getting back in. I could see this being 2-2. We've definitely stepped up our rate of play as the game has gone on. And we've had a few good opportunities, but if you watch this build-up play, it was fantastic. The movement, all the touches, the passes. Kane puts in Bale, and what a finish. And maybe if Bale had squared it to Kane earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation. But I love the way you can create this on PES. It's absolutely fantastic. Gareth Bale's first goal back at Spurs. He'll be an happy chappy. Right, so there we have it. It is half-time, but we're going at half-time 2-1 down, but with a lot of fight left in us. Pep Guardiola's going to have to try and figure out how he gets defensively sound for the second half. I really do fancy us making a comeback in this game. We are at home. Gareth Bale doing the business in that first half for us, but Sergio Aguero has been very difficult, and I feel like all it takes is one opportunity for him, and we're right back in trouble. We're moving the ball forward nicely here. I spotted that run. We're going to find Son. Oh, and there it is. Son is back at his old tricks. Great football again from the side. And that is 2-2 straight into the second half. And I fancy this now. I fancy this. I can taste the blood in the water. Man City are starting to fall apart at the back. They're still doing the same things coming forward, but they're not marking us correctly, and we're getting forward in numbers. And what a finish from Son there. What an absolute finish from Son. He has been, well, he was superb for me when we used Spurs last time. But I tell you who's been very good. Lucas Moura's link-up play, playing there as the shadow striker, has been beautiful. And there it is. We're right back in it, boys. Well, I've hit this really weird stage in this game now where I'm not sure whether we take it easy and just maybe poke and prod and see if there's a few openings, or if I really push. I'm in here with Gareth Bale. This time he does square it back and he can't quite make it to Harry Kane, but just like that. But yeah, whether we hold on and look at this as a brilliant, brilliant point, or whether I keep pushing and maybe leave ourselves open to someone like an Aguero who's going to start taking shots from distance. That's when you know you're frustrated Aguero, when he takes shots from that distance. So we're going to make a double sub here. The Celso coming off and Moura coming off, both having good games. Let's give Dele Alli and Ndombele some game time and see how they get on here against Manchester City. Hopefully none of them make a mistake and I don't start crying at the substitutions I've made. I must admit, though, we've been very good today. Reguilon has been superb. He is, if he's any... Oh, I've just given the ball away with him. But if he's anything like he is going forward, as he's been in this game, then Spurs fans are in for an absolute treat, because he's been fantastic for me so far, especially in his movement going forward. It's been beautiful. We've got a good position here, though. Dele Alli. I'm going to go with it. Oh, we force a good save from the goalkeeper. Dele Alli's first touch of the ball. But again, look at Man City. Look at how far apart they are, not marking the players whatsoever. They've been so good going forward, but defensively, gaping holes. I really think it's us that are knocking on the door now, not Man City. They do not look good this second half. We look far superior. I thought in that stage I didn't have many great options. We'll just take a shot there with Son. This has been exactly what you would want an opening game of the season to be. And it's been jam-packed, action galore, and I've loved every moment of it. And I just hope, I pray that we could find a winner here. That would really... Oh, what's Ndombele doing there? What is Ndombele doing there? We could be throwing the game away here. You can't be giving the ball away like that. And Man City now are on the counter-attack. And we are in a lot of trouble because Raheem Sterling has caused me nothing but problems down that wing. Oh, Sergio Aguero, they are in. And there we go. Just like that, the game flips on its head. Just like that, it goes from looking like we're going to get the goal to Manchester City getting the goal. And oh, that's devastating. And I could sense when they were on the attack that there was going to be a problem there. I am not the greatest at defending on this game yet, but Man City aren't easy to defend against. And there we go, 3-2 now to Man City. Sterling causing all the problems, and Aguero with a beautiful ball, really. Oh, look at that. He's in acres of space. Good goal for them. I managed to get free here with Son. Can he do the spectacular? No, he can't. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that on, and I should have looked to move the ball. They've given the ball away here. Reguilon will put it in there. Gareth Bale! Oh, my God. It's spilt all over in there. Gareth Bale nearly scoring the goal that would have brought us back again from the death. But it wasn't to be. And Reguilon, again, just doing really well. But he needs to be careful not to give the ball away there. And it's back and forth stuff here. Harry Kane was making a run there. And I really wanted to play that to Harry Kane and not to Son. This has been an unbelievable game. And it really does feel like a shame if we come away with this with a defeat. It really does. 3 minutes added on here. What can Spurs do? I'm not sure we can create a right lot now. They've gone really defensively compact at this stage, and I'm finding it really difficult to break them down. Although, I spotted a little run there from Reguilon. What can he do? We'll pull that back. There's no one really to gift this to. It's going to take something magical here, I think. Dele Alli. Dele Alli. Reflects and bounces off of everyone. Bale got to it, but no one in the box, and I think that will be game, set, and match. And it really is a shame that we've come away in this game with a defeat. What a superb opening fixture of the season. We really showed that we could hang with the big teams. This was a difficult fixture to play, and I think the lads played really well. We just switched off for a brief moment, didn't we? Just a brief moment, and unfortunately, that was a problem. I think this early doors showed how defensively unsound they were. I think we should have switched that there to Harry Kane. But nonetheless, I'm pretty happy with the team in this game. A very good effort and great debut from Reguilon and Gareth Bale. As you can see, we dominated in possession. We had more opportunities and chances, but we just could not take them. Unfortunately, Harry Kane wasn't really firing today. Right, guys, so that was match day 1. We lose 3-2 to Manchester City. But if that does not deserve a thumbs up, I don't know what does. If you're new around here, please hit subscribe as well for more Master League content. West Ham beat Burnley 2-0. Chelsea beat Leeds United 2-0. Sheffield United, Fulham drawing 0-0. Brighton and Hove Albion and West Bromwich Albion 2-2. I'm intrigued to see how the teams that came up do, because they haven't got all their new players. So it'll be interesting to see. Palace beat Newcastle. Everton beat Southampton. Wolves beat Aston Villa, Manchester United and Arsenal on the opening day of the season 4-2, and Liverpool beat Leicester 4-0. The first game of the season, in reality, it means absolutely nothing. The next game is the big one for us, as West Ham will really be able to see as Lionel Messi wins Player of the Year. What a surprise. The next game will be where we see how we're doing at the moment, where we see where the teams are. I genuinely think we could have won that game. I felt like we were the better side in patches, especially going forward sometimes. But defensively, when you're trying to attack, you're going to leave yourself wide open. The Champions League group stage has been drawn. Let's see what group we've got. So, unfortunately, guys, it has put us in the Champions League and not the Europa League. But I don't think it matters, because we've been drawn against Juventus, Bayer Leverkusen and Ghent. So it's not going to be an easy time in the Champions League this time around. The group was much more favourable to us. Nothing I can really do about that we're in the Champions League. But we'll give it a good crack. We'll see what we can do. But there's a big potential here that we might finish third and slip into the Europa League anyway. So a transfer offer has come in for Sissoko from Monaco. Now I am going to renegotiate it and just try and squeeze out a bit extra cash here. Not too much, though. But he is someone I'm more than willing to sell, to be honest with you. I don't think he's someone who will play max minutes for us this year. He was decent last time round, but I just don't think he'll do well for us. It's not that he wouldn't do well. I'm just not really going to play him. He's not going to be an option in there because I feel like I've got an obligation to play Højbjerg because he's a brand new player. So he'd probably go over Sissoko. So we will look to sell him and see if Monaco do end up bringing him in. I'm sure he'll be a very good player for Monaco, though. Right, guys, this is going to be the team today against West Ham. And the first thing you'll notice is Gareth Bale does not start. I would have gone with the exact same side that played against Manchester City, but Gareth Bale is injured and out for a day. But it is good to see some injuries. This is the West Ham squad. It is okay. It's just okay, isn't it? We'll see what we can do. This is the game today where I feel like we should be dominating. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. We do look very good, though. Bergwijn comes in for Gareth Bale. All right, guys, big game for us to try and get some points on the board here. Let's see how we do. I've got no idea yet if this will be our formation. It's kind of what we used last time round, but I've added in a shadow striker this time. I just felt like Mora fit that position more with having Bale play on the right. But we'll see how it gets on, and if I need to make changes, I will. But 2 minutes in, and Harry Winks there manages to get himself a yellow card. You've got to get stuck in these London derbies, haven't you? You've got to get stuck in. 2 big games to start the season, really, I would say, for Spurs. And it's been good fun. It has been very good fun. As I set away Bergwijn here, what can he do? He's pretty tricky on the old ball and nice on the eye. And I will find Reguilon, who will be... Oh, he retains it. And can I whip it in? I do! Ooh! Oh, that was close. Lucas Moura. I kind of gave in and went for a fake shot, and it didn't do the fake shot and ended up actually taking the shot. But that was great play there. Well in from Reguilon as well, keeping that ball in. Look at that footwork there. Dele Alli. He's going to switch that back to Harry Kane, who won't get it. He's knocked off the ball, maybe? No. Well, frantic start to this game so far as Son lines up a shot and scores it. What a rocket from Son. And that'll be 1-0 Spurs here against West Ham. And I'm starting to think that this could be our day to get our first victory in the Premiership. They are wide open again, a lot like Man City was, maybe even more. And look at the room. They just stood off Son, and I know he's got a very good hit on him. Fantastic finish, fantastic goal. 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur. I've managed to find Lucas Moura here again, and they've stood off me again, and we'll get a shot off with Moura. They seem to be playing this system where they're standing off my midfielders, and it's just creating this huge gap in centre mid. They really need to look at changing that. Moyes needs to have a word with them. As you can see again, I've got a centre back here, and they're just standing off him. Well, it was a terrible ball in the end, but they're just standing off us at the moment, and it's not working for them. They need to make some changes here, the West Ham, or else they're going to be in some real struggles. As you can see again, they're sitting very deep, so giving players like Reguilon that kind of room, I will get greatness out of that all day long. Reguilon now piling forward. I will whip the ball in. Lucas Moura again. He's taking it on that left foot, and it did not work out for him. But look at the movement again. Reguilon they can't deal with down that side, but they're giving him too much space, and I'm getting the freedom to whip balls in. And we've got plenty of players in the box. Maybe I should have taken a touch there, though, with Lucas Moura. A lot of long ball football so far from West Ham in this game. Bergwijn will get that back, though, as well. He's going to play in Lucas Moura, who will find Son, who will find Reguilon, who will put the ball in. He doesn't. We get a corner. They're genuinely just sitting so deep. It's just a case of just us repeatedly having attacks. I'm enjoying it. It's good to see if we can break them down a little bit more. I would like a second goal, though. That would make me feel a little bit more comfortable at this stage. But we really are at this point where we're dominating, causing all kinds of problems. We'll whip that in for Harry Kane. No, great defence in there from West Ham. It means just taking a shot from distance with Winks, which will go well wide, and that will be half-time. All Spurs, but I would like the second just to make this a little bit more comfortable. So all it takes is one breakaway from West Ham, and it's a complete different scoreline. They've brought on Felipe Anderson now, and I don't blame them. They need someone who can get in behind and cause problems. If they watch the Man City game, they'll know that we can be hard at the back when we're playing this high line. So maybe Felipe Anderson is the answer for them, but I am going to sign Son here in this position, but we will get a corner out of that. Maybe we'll look to make some subs pretty soon as well. What I do like, though, is they made a sub at half-time because they weren't happy with the way they were playing. That's nice to see. What can we do from the corner, though? Son is in there, and I know Son can score from a corner or two. Some of the great moments of the last series was with Son from a corner. We know he can finish there, but now we're going to find ourselves in the The same position as what's been quite common in this game so far, us moving the ball around at the edge of the box and not really being able to find a way through. And as soon as I take a heavy touch, the defence pounce and it'll be West Ham's ball. But this is a problem. They've got so many men back that they can't really break with any real force. And so I don't feel like I'm to worry when it comes to them breaking because they just don't have the numbers. They break with very little numbers, although here they've done okay, but look at that from Reguilon. He has been all over the pitch. By far, one of my favourite players I've used on PES 2021 so far. He's fantastic. I must admit, though, Bergwijn, nowhere near the same impact as Gareth Bale had in the last game. I'm going to win the ball here with Mora. What can I do with it? I don't have many options, but I will end up finding Son. Son turns on the Jets. Oh, he cut inside as well. I managed to cut inside, but the touch was just a bit too heavy and the goalkeeper sweeps it up. But I've got to be honest with you guys, there hasn't been many opportunities in this. It's been a very dead second half. It's been a simple case of the game has kind of stagnated now because of how many men back they've got. How difficult it is for us to really open them up. Although we've found a decent position here. Harry Kane! Harry Kane, there we go. That'll be it. Harry Kane finally gets off the mark this season, and that is exactly what we needed. The second goal just to kind of put the nail in this one, and we can move on now to the next game, not worrying. I'll make some substitutions with some of the better players. They just stood off us for a brief moment for once. Gave me the room, and Harry Kane ain't going to miss them. Alright guys, so we're going to make some subs ourselves, a triple sub here. Badu, Tanganga coming on as well as Højbjerg. Let's see how they get on. I think the game for me now feels fairly comfortable, so I'm not really too worried about the outcome. It felt comfortable beforehand. The only difference is now they've got some strength up top with Sebastian Haller. That could cause us a few issues, but we'll see how we get on. But it's a free kick there to West Ham. So West Ham have been knocking on the door a bit more, but it's been in the manner of free kick after free kick after free kick. They've had a lot of free kicks, and that is a decent one and well saved from Lloris. Lanzini there, stinging Lloris's hands. Yeah, they've had a lot of free kicks. The game's gone extremely scrappy as they've started to attack a little bit more. They're starting to come forward a little bit more. I still feel fairly comfortable, to be honest with you. But yeah, it has become very scrappy, in which we keep picking up the odd free kick here and there. And, well, giving away the odd free kick here and there. But I have managed to steal the ball away here now. Bergwijn, you don't want him running at you. Bergwijn, what can I do with it here? He's going to end up running into Felipe Anderson. He's not, because we find Badu, who ends up losing the ball, unfortunately. I tried a bit of a fake shot. Tried something a little bit different. It didn't work out for us. Maybe we should just be running down time at this stage. Well done, Tanganga, though. And Badu was making the run. What can we do here now? He does fake shot this time. Badu! He's going to crack one off, and it is saved. Well saved as well from the goalkeeper. But why not let the young man stretch his legs there and try and get off the mark in his Spurs career. Great play, though, from two of the younger men in Tanganga and in Badu. I expect them to progress very nicely in this. Wow, that was an interesting pass. Very nicely in this squad and blow up for full time. And it does blow up for full time as we go on the attack. And that will be it. We do beat West Ham 2-0. So a disappointing result in the end. Oh, wow. Is that the Celso? He's extremely happy about us winning this game. We do go and get a victory in the end of this episode. The first game against Manchester City, of course, extremely difficult. But this one against West Ham, I felt like we was in cruise control. It was like playing two different sides. The thing with the Man City game is they were attacking a lot, which left them open, and we were attacking a lot, which left us open. In this game, it did feel like we just had to try and break them down and find pockets of space, and they gave us way too much room in the centre of midfield, where we dominated. Games are won and lost in midfield, and we won it today, and we won the midfield battle without a doubt. 65% possession. 10 shots on target, 5 fouls, though. We did, it got a bit scrappy there towards the end of the game. A bit feisty. Right, guys, so there we go. So at the end of this episode, it sees us sat in 9th. I'm okay with that. I would have accepted a loss to Man City anyway. It was just a shame in the manner that we lost. I really felt like we could get some points there. But a decent win there against West Ham. They won their opening game. It was really strange how they didn't start Haller and Anderson. It was really weird that they did it that way, but in the end it worked out well for us, and we were very dominant even while not having Gareth Bale. Although I did notice, and that's what I like about PES, I did notice on the right hand side we seemed to struggle a little bit more. So Monaco came in with a new bid for Sissoko, and I accepted it. It was only $1 million less than what we wanted. Sissoko has now left the club. We are left with a pretty decent budget. You guys leave suggestions of who you reckon we should bring up in January. Skriniar or Dybala are two players that I'd be very interested in maybe picking up. Imagine Dybala Salah in behind Kane and Bale on the right, Son on the left. That would be very deadly. Right, guys, so before we end the episode, let's look at a few of the transfers that has been done. Luis Alberto to Chelsea, which is a fantastic signing. Got Will Hughes there to Everton, Callejon to AC Milan, Ruben Blanco, Melendo going to Newcastle. There's a few non-like huge ones. Ronnie Lopez, though, fantastic player, going to Villarreal. The absolute legend that is Martin Braithwaite going to AC Milan. They got themselves a brilliant player there. Bernardo Martinelli going out on loan as well to Sampdoria. No massive ones, though, although an interesting one. Phil Foden going on loan to Chelsea. I don't think we'd see that in real life. Demiral going on loan to Lazio. There's some decent deals there, though. Nothing massive. Dean Garner left West Bromwich Albion for I have no idea. That's a little bit of a surprising one. He's a player I wouldn't have minded here. Right, guys, anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash that like button and hit subscribe if you are new around here. And if you're looking for some more Master League content, as well as Football Manager, and we will be covering FIFA when that comes out as well, of course. I'm very much enjoying this game. I got into last year's game late on. There was a little bit of a Spurs series there, but I thought with the new one coming out, I know it's just an update, we might as well start on this one, though. I'm looking forward to seeing how we manage to do with this Spurs squad this season. We're not going to have it easy with games like Man City. We're going to find it difficult, but I think we've got a squad that can finish in the top 4 comfortably. I'm intrigued to see how we do in the Champions League. The Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen, Leeds, and Sheffield United will be in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take it easy. If you are intrigued about PES this year and you're usually a FIFA player and you want to pick it up, please do go and pick it up. It is a fantastic game. I think until you've played it and you get to see some of the play you can do, some of the build-up play and the nuances of the game you don't fully understand, do not let the idea that you have to mod it put you off. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one.